The biggest challenge facing anyone who wants to add art to their home isn't finding pieces they like. It's knowing how to choose pieces that will actually work in their space. It's why your walls stay empty, or why your latest score gathers dust in a closet. I'm about to share 6 proven strategies that eliminate this guesswork entirely. These principles address the most common concerns people have about art selection: matching existing decor, choosing appropriate sizes, creating visual balance, and developing the confidence to trust their personal taste while following tested design strategies from professional decorators. Later, you'll see a quick before and after that only these 6 rules can deliver, so stick around. The first strategy begins with understanding something most people overlook when they fall in love with a piece. Style compatibility determines whether your chosen artwork enhances or disrupts your space. Picture this scenario. You discover a stunning contemporary abstract painting at a local gallery. The bold geometric shapes and metallic accents speak to you immediately. You purchase it, excited to transform your living room, only to bring it home and realize it completely overwhelms your traditional mahogany furniture and heirloom rugs. The artwork that seemed perfect in isolation now creates visual discord in your carefully established space. This common experience highlights the fundamental challenge between personal attraction and practical compatibility. Your emotional response to artwork remains important, but it must align with your room's established aesthetic framework. Contemporary pieces with clean lines and bold statements often clash with traditional environments, featuring ornate details and warm wood tones. Similarly, abstract expressionist works can appear jarring in minimalist spaces, where simplicity and negative space define the design language. Before you shop, walk the room and note 2 or 3 dominant design elements, like ornate moldings or sleek metal accents. Spend a few minutes mapping out your room's key features, wood tones, textures, and architectural details, so you know whether to lean classical or contemporary. One homeowner swapped a bold abstract for a serene landscape after spotting a single green hue echoing her curtains, and the room finally felt cohesive. Understanding these stylistic relationships transforms impulse purchases into thoughtful selections that enhance rather than disrupt your established design narrative. Once you understand your style framework, the next consideration becomes equally crucial. Color coordination represents the most immediate visual impact your artwork will have. Yet most people approach this element with either excessive caution or complete disregard for their existing environment. Whether you overmatch or wing it, color strategy matters. The common misconception suggests that artwork must perfectly match existing colors, while others believe any color combination can work if you're confident enough. Both approaches miss the strategic potential of color relationships. Effective color coordination can create harmonious flow through complementary tones that echo your existing palette, or it can generate dynamic focal points through deliberate contrast that energizes the entire space. Warm reds and yellows spark energy in living areas. Cool blues and greens soothe bedrooms and studies. These psychological effects directly influence how people experience your living spaces and interact within them. The breakthrough understanding reveals that effective color coordination follows the 60-30-10 rule. Think of art as one of your room's 3 main color roles: 60% base, 30% secondary, 10% punchy accent. Your piece can fill any of those spots. Take a photo of your room on your phone and use a free color picking app to pull 3 dominant hues. Then look for art that echoes or contrasts those shades. However, even perfect color coordination can fail if you misjudge another fundamental element: the relationship between artwork size and wall space creates one of the most common sources of buyer's remorse, with pieces appearing either overwhelmingly large or disappointingly small once installed. A painting that dominates a gallery wall might disappear entirely above your living room sofa, while a piece that seems modestly sized in a showroom can overwhelm a bedroom wall. Standard sizing recommendations often conflict with personal preferences, leaving homeowners uncertain whether to follow rigid rules or trust their instincts about proportions. Aim for art that covers about 2/3 of your sofa's width, that keeps the proportions balanced. However, this guideline must adapt to ceiling height and room dimensions that vary dramatically between homes. Practical measuring techniques help predict spatial relationships before purchase. Use painter's tape to outline potential artwork dimensions directly on your wall. Stick tape, step 10 feet back, and see if it feels right before you commit. Consider how the piece will appear from your primary seating areas and traffic patterns through the room. Proper sizing creates a focal point that ties your sofa, camisole, or bed together while leaving enough white wall so the art can stand out. This proportional awareness transforms how you evaluate potential purchases and prevents costly sizing mistakes that plague impulsive buyers. Yet even when you nail the perfect dimensions, positioning determines whether your selection succeeds or fails. Even the perfect piece can flop if it hangs too high or low, so let's get placement right. The challenge intensifies when dealing with multiple pieces, gallery walls, or unconventional spaces where standard hanging guidelines may not apply effectively. In a stairwell, keep centers at eye level on each landing. The science behind optimal viewing heights centers on the 57-inch rule for eye-level placement, measuring from the floor to the center of the artwork. In galleries, art centers at 57 inches high. That's eye level for most people standing. This measurement accommodates average human height while ensuring comfortable viewing angles from both seated and standing positions. Check for glare by peeking at your wall from a few angles at different times of day. If you see shine, adjust placement or add soft directional lighting. Advanced placement strategies focus on creating visual flow between rooms and establishing focal points that guide attention through living spaces. Strategic positioning transforms modestly priced artwork into museum-quality displays, while poor positioning diminishes even expensive pieces. This placement mastery elevates your entire collection regardless of individual piece values. Once you master these fundamentals, you might worry about playing it too safe with your selections. The fear of creating visual chaos prevents many homeowners from combining different artistic styles, mediums, and time periods, resulting in safe but uninspiring displays. They stick to single artistic movements or identical frame styles, creating predictable arrangements that lack personality and visual interest. The balance between eclectic sophistication and cluttered confusion seems impossibly delicate, especially when mixing photography with paintings or contemporary pieces with vintage finds. Many worry that combining different mediums will create discord, or that pairing modern abstracts with antique portraits will appear chaotic rather than curated. Confidence in combining diverse artistic elements develops through understanding unifying factors that create cohesion despite stylistic differences. Tie diverse pieces together with a single shared accent, same frame finish, or a recurring color. Pair a vintage botanical print and a modern abstract when they both share a muted green hue. Subject matter connections work equally well, with botanical themes linking different artistic periods through shared natural imagery. Successful mixed collections demonstrate how contrasting styles enhance, rather than compete with each other, when thoughtfully curated. Next time you shop, grab two pieces from different eras and see how one shared element, like tone or subject, unifies them on your wall. This approach transforms spaces from predictable to uniquely compelling, yet many people still struggle with the final decision. You know when a piece just feels right, even if it breaks every rule. They stand in galleries or browse online collections, armed with knowledge about color theory and sizing rules, yet remain paralyzed when confronting actual purchasing decisions. The conflict between learned rules and personal preference creates paralysis, with homeowners wondering whether their natural responses to artwork are sophisticated enough to guide important purchasing decisions. Technical rules guide you, but your emotional connection seals the deal. Go with what you love. Personal connection to artwork often trumps technical perfection in creating satisfying living environments. Pieces that emotionally resonate tend to work better in living spaces than theoretically ideal selections that follow every design principle but fail to inspire daily enjoyment. A slightly imperfect photograph that captures a meaningful memory will enhance your morning routine more effectively than a perfectly proportioned abstract that leaves you cold. Intuition plays a crucial role in creating authentic, comfortable environments that reflect individual personality, rather than generic design magazine aesthetics. One viewer told me their favorite childhood photo now hangs above their desk, and they smile every morning. Rulebooks can't buy that joy. The self-trust transforms art selection from an intimidating challenge into an enjoyable expression of personal style that creates truly personalized living spaces. Apply these 6 tactics, and your room goes from blank wall to personal gallery, creating environments that truly reflect individual taste while maintaining professional design quality. Style assessment provides the foundation. Color coordination creates visual harmony. Proper sizing ensures proportional balance. Strategic placement maximizes impact. Mixing techniques add personality, and trusting your instincts brings authenticity to every selection. Start with one room and apply these principles systematically, building confidence through hands-on experience. If you found these tips helpful, hit subscribe and let me know in the comments which strategy you'll try first: style, color, size, placement, mixing, or trusting your gut. Remember, great collections grow over time. Start small, trust these principles, and watch your space come alive.